channel. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a fun, colorful look. We're not quite there in the fall looks yet. I had to get this video out of the way because I got this palette from Colourpop and I am just way too obsessed with it not to do a tutorial on it. So this is what the palette looks like. It's basically just a rainbow palette and it's so beautiful. Like when I look at this palette, I just instantly get inspired. So I had to do a look with it. I did get a couple questions because I did share this palette on my Instagram when I did receive it. If I made this palette or if I just bought it from the website. I did just buy it from the website. However, it does come empty and all the eyeshadows are individually wrapped. So you have to put them in yourself. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I did not make this myself. You can buy it on their website. I'm not sure if it's sold out. I hope not, but it's so beautiful. This is how I put it together. I'm not sure if this is exactly how it looks on the website, but this is the layout that I like and like is aesthetically pleasing to me. So I just kept it like this. But anyways, if you want to see how to get this colorful, like purpley, I don't know, smoky eye, blue, pops of green, whatever this look is, if you want to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, you guys, so obviously I already have my brows on. If you're wondering, I did use the Morphe Brow Cream in Latte. I also used the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in, what shade? 3.75. And then I used the Give Me Brow in 4.5. So that's what I have on my brows, and then of course I clean them up with concealer. One, because they feel really good, and two, they kind of distract you from my dark circles. So anyways, let's get started on the eyes. So first things first, I am going to prime my eyes with the Anastasia Eye Primer. This is, I think they only have one shade of this actually. I really have been enjoying this. I'm not gonna say I like it more than my P. Louise base. You guys have seen me use that many times. However, it's really good. I really love the coverage of it. It's super pigmented, but what I like about this one compared to the P. Louise one is it does dry down a little bit. The P. Louise one stays so tacky, almost too tacky sometimes. It's a little difficult to work with, where this one does dry down slightly, so it's a little bit easier to blend on top of. So I'm going to be using this. A little bit of this does go a very long way, so don't overdo it. It's very easy to go overboard with this. So we're gonna move on to the star of the show, which is this palette. I am so in love with this palette, you guys. It's so perfect. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna start off by using this shade right here. It's like a seafoam pastel green color, and I'm gonna work that into the crease with this like random crease brush. I don't know where it's from. I think I got it in my Ipsy bag, but I love this crease brush. And I'm just going to really get a good amount of that onto the brush. And I'm just going to start working that into the crease. P.S. I have no idea what kind of look I'm going to do today. I'm just kind of going with the flow today. Hopefully it turns out alright. I am bringing this up towards the brow bone. I mean, you don't want to bring it all the way up, but you definitely want to make sure it's being blended in that area as well. So a little update as I do the other eye. I became an aunt this weekend. I cannot believe it. My brother and sister-in-law had their first baby boy, first baby, on Friday morning. He was a few weeks early, so like no one was really expecting her water to break. But it happened. He was ready to come, and it was a pretty long labor. She was at the hospital for almost a full day before she even like went into labor. So before I tell you any more, let's go in with another color. So, and yes, I did cover up my pimple just a little bit because I don't need you guys looking at that. I'm sure you don't want to look at that the whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this color right here, which is right next to the color we just used. And it's just like the most perfect baby blue. So yeah, anyways, my sister-in-law went into labor early Saturday morning. Her water broke on Friday morning. She went into labor Saturday morning. Unfortunately, I was working, so I couldn't be there. I had a wedding, but it was just so cool to get the phone call from my parents. Like, they were just ecstatic. Like, they were so excited for the baby. Like, my mom was crying, and mind you, I was doing a wedding when I got this phone call. I had to stop myself from tearing up. Like, it's my first nephew, it's my first, you know, it's like the first baby in the family. I mean, I had little cousins growing up, but I'm saying like I'm talking about like first baby in the immediate family. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. I love him so much. He's so perfect. Like, I'm just so in love with him. I can't wait to see him again. But yeah, so now I'm an aunt. But anyways, let's move on because I can go on and on about that. Let's just focus on this eye look. Once I have the blue down, I want to go back in with the first color that we used and just blend out the edges. I'm really loving the way these eyeshadows are blending. Like, they're just blending like so seamlessly. Alright, so now I want to kind of deepen up that crease area. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to go in with this blue shade right here. It's basically just a deep, like, royal blue pretty much. And I'm going to use this color to deepen up the crease. This is another random Ipsy brush. This is by a brand called Fasanti. It's a contour eyeshadow brush. So I'm just going to start by working this color into the crease. I'm going to go ahead and take this brush again and just wiggle that back and forth just to make sure that it's all blending together. I'm actually going to dip my brush into the baby blue and just go over the edge of the dark blue. Royal blue color that we just used, and I'm just gonna start deepening up this outer V area. You're just gonna want to keep the first brush nearby because you're gonna want to keep going in with that brush to blend the outer edges. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with another color. We're gonna step away from the blue and we're gonna go into some purple, I think. So I'm going to take this color right here, which is just a really nice, like, basically grape color. And am I going to switch my brush? Yeah, I'm actually going to switch my brush. This is the Morphe M506. And I'm just going to load my brush up with this color. This color is very, very powdery, so just be careful because it will get all over the place. So I'm just going to apply this into the outer corner of my eye. I love that. See how those colors are mixing? That's so pretty. So I'm focusing it here, but I'm going to start working it inward a little bit. I'm not going like too crazy with this color. I want to keep it more controlled and yeah, basically just more controlled. I don't want to just go in the crease and start going back and forth like I've been doing with all my other colors. That's so pretty. But I do want to go back in with this brush and the blue and just go right above that purple just to make sure that we're not using the blue. I think with a look like this, you definitely have to like be patient because you are going to have to go back in multiple times, I feel like, with each color because you are blending in each step, and blending, although you have to blend, it does kind of take away certain colors that you already laid down when you blend too much. So you just want to make sure that every color has its moment, you know, every color is seen and that it's not being hidden by the next layer, you know what I mean? Alright, so I have the crease colors pretty much done. I may add a little bit as we go along, but we'll see. I want to move on to the lid color, and I actually want to use this Colourpop Jelly Much eyeshadow in No Rest for the Vivid. So I'm going to try and get a close-up so you can actually see this color. It's really unique. Hold on, I can't get it with my nails. So if you've never used these Jelly Much eyeshadows, they're really cool. They're basically just a cream shadow, and they dry down, but they have them in so many great, amazing colors. So as you can see, it is just such a pretty pink color. I feel like this definitely comes off more purple on the lid. So we're gonna use this as a base for our lid, and I'm gonna be using the Colourpop E3 brush. This is such a great little like concealer brush to conceal the brows, to apply an eyeshadow base. It's a great brush. So I'm just gonna take some of the jelly shadow and I'm gonna start working this on my lid. Ooh, that's so pretty. I am going to slightly cut my inner crease, by the way. So before this dries down too much, I think I'm going to go in with this shade, this purple color, and mix in maybe a little bit of this pink. More of the purple though than the pink. And I'm just going to use my MAC 242 brush, and I don't even think I'm gonna wet it. Yeah, I don't think I want to wet the color. So honestly, you guys, I almost like this shadow, the jelly shadow, on its own better than I do with eyeshadow on top of it. I feel like the eyeshadow kind of covers up the beautiful shimmers and reflex in the jelly shadow, which kind of sucks. Like, I don't really want to cover that up, but I already started. So I'm just going to go back in with this brush here, and I'm not going to apply any extra products. I just want to run around the edge of the lid shade. So if you're wondering, I'm just going to show you real quick because I'm going to kind of fast forward through this part. So I'm just going to show you the products I'm going to use. I'm going to be mixing the L'Oreal Freshwear and the Juvias Place I Am Magic foundation. The L'Oreal is in 460. This one is in Casablanca 450. For concealer, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Full Wear Infallible Concealer in 365 and the Jouer Concealer in Chiffon. So I'm going to mix those two together. For underneath the eyes, I'm going to mix, actually no, I'm just going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in Fair Lights. For the face, I'm going to be using the same powder in medium. I have MAC Give Me Sun Bronzer. We have Morphe Blogger Bronzer, which is more of like a contour color. Milani Coralista Blush. And then for highlight, I'm probably going to mix some shades from the Makeup Revolution highlighter palette. I love this. And then a little bit of the Wet n Wild loose highlighter in I Am Lit. So I'm just going to fast forward this part. Oh, For primer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. I actually really like this. I feel like it does help with the longevity of your makeup. I feel like it just allows the makeup to really stick on there, and I do usually use a mattifying primer in the T-zone area when I use this because this is more of a dewy primer. But since today I'm not really going anywhere with this makeup on, I'm not really too concerned about staying super matte. So let's move on to the face. So foundation is on. So now we're going to move on to the lower lash line, I think. So I think I'm going to use this eyeliner by Colourpop. We're just sticking with the Colourpop products. And this is the cream gel liner in Piggy Bank. So I'm just applying this in my waterline. I'm going to apply that purple to the lower lash line. I'm actually going to mix the darker blue that we used with the lighter blue. I'm going to mix the two together and just kind of go back and forth. Tap off my brush, and I'm going to apply that underneath the purple. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the inner corner of the eye, and I think I want to add a pop of color. So I'm thinking I want to add this green color here. I don't know, this green color is just calling my name. It's so beautiful, and I think it would look really cool with this look. So hopefully I don't regret this. So I am going to spray my little pencil brush. I'm using one of the pencil brushes from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection. And I'm just going to load my brush up with that really pretty, my god, I am the clumsiest person on this earth. Oh my god. So anyways, I'm going to apply this on the inner corner. Let's see. Is this a good call or nah? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think it looks really cool. So I think that's really pretty. I really like the way that looks, but I kind of want to take it a one step further, and I kind of want to add a little bit of glitter. So I kind of want to add this glitter here. I don't know if I'm gonna regret this. So I'm just gonna apply a tiny bit of glitter glue just so the glitter sticks a little bit better. Oh yeah. Wow. That looks so cool. I'm so happy I decided to add that. I feel like that really just made this look so much cooler and just like finished it off. I mean, I still have to apply lashes and stuff, but I feel like that really helped kind of add just like a very interesting factor to this look. I always like to add something kind of unexpected when I do a look like this, so I really like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead now that the eyeshadows are done, and I'm going to apply some liner. I'm gonna just use this CoverGirl Get In Line matte liner. This is really, really good, by the way. I'm not gonna show it because I'm just gonna go across the eye. I'm not doing a wing or anything special, so I'm just gonna bring this across the eye, and then we're gonna go ahead and apply some lashes. I'm gonna be using these lashes right here. These are by AliExpress. If I can find them, I'll link them down below. I just kind of came across them when I was making an order on there, so I'll try and find them for you guys, but I'm gonna try these out. Hopefully I like them, and I'll be right back and we can finish up with the lips and all of that. So I'm back, the lashes are on. I actually do like these. They aren't the thinnest of bands. The band is a tiny bit thick, but they don't feel bad or anything, and I think that they're pretty. Lashes just make such a difference to me. I just feel like lashes truly take a look to the next level. But anyways, let's move on to the lips. So I'm just gonna rub off the chapstick that I had on, and then I'm just gonna take a powder and just run that on top to absorb any moisture. Then sticking with the Colourpop theme, I'm going to be taking this lip liner here, which is the shade Taurus. It's just basically like a darker brown. Take this liquid lipstick. It's kind of like a lip cream by Buxum. It's in the shade White Russian. And then I'm going to finish off the lips with the Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Dolly. Alright you guys, so that is it for today's look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this look, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I always post on there, so if I'm not on here, I'm almost always on Instagram posting, and I just posted my first Halloween look, so go check it out. Oh, hi baby. This is George. George had to make a little cameo, you know? He had to make an appearance. Oh, hi George. He just woke up from a nap, so he's a little sleepy. But anyways, that's it for today's video, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.